Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. My name is Izumi. So this is the last class for this year. And so theme is a joy. I think the joy, well, I want to say that the joy to live, that's what we are always practicing or looking for, or that's help us to kind of a joy is help us to kind of move forward or want to live. So that's in Japanese word, it's called ikigai. Ikigai became like a word for in US that I saw at the bookstore. Its name something like a ikigai. It's a Japanese word. I didn't expect that to see in English, but ikigai is basically it's a purpose to live. So purpose or aim or kind of a passion, or I would say it's a joy to live. So anything, but if you have that, if you keep it in your heart, in your mind, you, I believe you can live for many years. I mean, that's a kind of a key for longevity, long life. So it can be anything, but it's a very simple things in everyday life. It doesn't need to be special, but it's finding a joy for, just, washing dishes or, just brushing the teeth or just watching outside and nature and walking in the nature or watching a flower bloom. So it can be anything, doesn't need to be special, but more you find a joy to live, that's wonderful. But anyway, in that mind, let's close our eyes to sit. If you like, you might have the chin mudra, index finger, thumb tips together and resting on your knees. So noticing the breath. So that's our very basic practice of yoga or a mindfulness practice. Noticing the breath. Then we breathe every day, every moment. Without the breath, we cannot live. So we sometimes forget this breath. We can find the joy of being able to breathe and having the nice air or fresh air, not polluted air. Somewhere it can be more polluted than what we have. So appreciating each breath and then out. So as if we are breathing the joy and breathing out the joy that we can share. And continue the breath. And of course, our life is not only happiness and joy. There's a pain and suffering and sorrow, fear, and all kinds of things happen in our life. Even we face to the fear and sorrow, but we continue our life and still find the joy to live or ikigai, purpose to live. And sometimes when we face to the difficulties, we acknowledge or we appreciate the daily, everyday, very simple things that we do. Maybe when you get sick or when you get injured, you appreciate the well-being that we thought we have regularly, but sometimes we lose it. So now and here we appreciate the breath in and out. And we find the joy to breathe. Let's continue for a few more rounds. The next inhalation, we move our hands out and up. And then exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Maybe bow your head to set your intention or dedication for today's practice. And slowly open our eyes. Okay, so let's come to hands and knees. Sorry, I'm still coughing once in a while. Open our fingers wide and tucking our toes under. Then gently pull your hips back. So we are tucking our toes under so we can feel the awareness. We can feel the feet and toes. Then inhale to rise and then exhale, pull your hips back. So we're going to go for a few more rounds. And also noticing the fingers touching to the ground. When you pull your hips back, you can just relax your hands as well. The next inhalation, we move ourselves forward and we're going to bring our belly down to the mat, but we bend our elbows. And if you like, you can use the core and gradually coming lower and lower and lower and belly down to the mat. Excellent. So let's bring our hands behind the interlace your fingers. We're going to be cobra pose. So if your lower back is kind of a tender and you might want to open our legs wider, but if your lower back is okay, legs maybe together. Now exhale, relax, chin down to the mat. Then inhale, pull your hands back and chest open. Then exhale, let it go, drop down. So we're going to go a few more rounds. Inhale, lift and chest open. And exhale, let it go, drop down. Last one, inhale, lift. Pull your hands back and chest open. And squeeze our glute, the legs press down to the mat. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, let it go, drop down. And bring our palms under the shoulder, press yourself up. Child pose. You can point your toes if you like, or you can tuck your toes under. So however you like. Then reach our hands forward. So today's our practice. We enjoy the each breath and find the joy to move our body. You know, sometimes we don't have a freedom much on certain places. For example, right now I have a the middle of the back is not very comfortable. So it's hard to move something. But sometimes we are able to move freely. So enjoy the moment we are able to move and noticing the body. And if you notice some place is not so comfortable, just taking care that part. Then appreciate we are still able to move. All right, moving our hands to the right side. Then left hand goes over to the right and pull your hips to the left and down. Lengthening the left side of the body. And appreciating the body that moves that way. Then let's change to the other way. So it goes to the left. The right hand goes to the top of the left hand. Maybe pull your right hip back and down. Lengthening the right side of the body. Then slowly back to center. Then gradually lift your hips up to tabletop. Then right leg goes back and ball of the foot touch to the mat. Then push your right heel back and down. So notice how we can stretch the calf and Achilles stand up. And if you like, you might lift your left knee off the ground to make it the core work. But you can rest your left knee down as well. Then notice the line from the heel to the top of your head. It's a nice stretch. Okay. Then pick up your right leg. It's a horizontal. Push your right heel straight back. Then left hand forward. Inhale, stretch. Then exhale, bring your knee to the elbow, round your back. Then inhale, stretch. Then exhale, knee to the elbow. And one more time. Knee to the elbow. Then stretch. Bring your left palm down, left foot outside of the mat. Then right hand to the sky. So here I'm not able to demonstrate very well. So right hand to the sky and maybe pick up your right leg or maybe right foot resting on the ground. Then gradually right arm over the head and stretch the right side of the body. One more breath, inhale. Then exhale, slowly lower down to the mat. Tabletop. Switch. Left leg goes back and ball of the foot down to the mat. Push your left heel back and down. So let's find the openness to the back of the leg. And also, not the standing pose, but bring in awareness or stretching or lengthening or strengthening the leg is really beneficial. Activating the feet, leg, toes. Then pick up your left leg, then right hand forward. Inhale, stretch. And then exhale, bring your knee to the elbow, lounge your back. Continue. Few more rounds. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Then inhale, stretch. And then exhale, knee to the elbow. And then stretch. All right. Right hand down, right foot outside of the mat, left hand to the sky. So you can choose to lift your left leg in the air, like a half moon pose, knee down, or you can keep your left foot down to the mat. So find the openness from the right palm to the left fingertip. Nice openness. Openness to the chest, the heart. And then gradually move your left arm over the head. And now stretch the left side of the body, left heel to the left fingertip. Lift it or ground the feet. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, slowly release to tabletop. From tabletop to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. Now let's slowly walking our feet forward. Then coming to bend forward. Bend your knees, belly to your thigh, head down. You might grab your elbows and you might gently shake side to side. And relax our upper body, relax your arm. Then with our inhalation, let's slowly rising up. Keep your knees bent. Lounge your back. Inhale to lift your head. Then the hands goes up and over and catch the elbows. Okay, this is my favorite kind. Inhale, lift your elbows up. So you can keep your heels down or you can lift your heels off the ground to make it the balance pose. And gaze straight forward. Then lengthen, inhale. And then exhale, heels down, bend forward. Then Just swing your hands side to side. And then inhale, hands reach out and up. One more time, catch the elbows. And then inhale, lift our elbows, heels up. Then lengthening and find, so we are actually opening our shoulders. And lift. And one more up. And then exhale, heels down, bend your knee, bend forward. Then swing your hands side to side. And relax our arm. And then inhale, rise up. Okay. So feet is apart, maybe hips. Then we're going to do the breaths of joy. So breath of joy goes like this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So exhale, we say ha and let go the tension. Go on. I don't bend too much, but you can let go the head all the way down if you like. Few more times. Then slowly rising up. Okay. So here we also, I think a little bit warm up our body. So here, feet apart, we're gonna swing our hands. Then let the hands wrap around our body and tapping. And relax our shoulder and arm. And maybe your hands tapping your lower back around the kidney. Or maybe lower belly. And maybe the chest. Maybe shoulder. So where you want to pay attention or where you want to release the tension. There you might do exhale, exhale, exhale to twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, gradually back to center. Then bring your fingers to the elbows, fingers to the shoulder, then your elbows, and bring your elbows forward. And then inhale, elbows up. Then exhale, elbows down and back and down. And make a big circle, inhale. And then exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, elbow down and other side. Inhale, elbows back and up. Then exhale, elbows forward and down. And a few more rounds, inhale. Use the breath. And notice the movement on the shoulder blade. And one more. And then let go. Release. Now let's come to the front of the mat. The feet is together, palms together to heart center. So let's do sun salutation. It's a prayer to the sun, and we appreciate. And actually, it's interesting that the sun gives us really uplifting feeling. So California we have a sun, but somewhere they don't have a sun much in the winter time. That's kind of related to the depression or so those things. So we really appreciate the sun and the vitamin D. I think vitamin D is totally related to that the mental state. But we appreciate the sun and finding a joy. Let's together. Hands reach out and up and palms together at the top. Look up. Then exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway left. And then exhale, step back to plank pose. Bring your hands down to the mat. You can bring your knee down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, bend your elbow belly down to the mat. Inhale, point your toes. Then lift our chest up and open in the front of the body. Then exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up. Then inhale, look forward. Then step between our hands. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, head down, relax. Inhale, rising, ground your feet, hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Let's do one more time. Inhale, hands reach out and up and looking up. Then exhale, bend forward. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, step back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, bend your elbows belly down. Inhale, halfway, lift or upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. And be there. And noticing the breath in, then out. So tuck your navel towards the spine and lift your pelvis up. Yeah, very good. And find the length to the lower back. So length to the whole back side of the body. One more breath. And then inhale, look forward and step between our hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, head down, relax. Then rising, inhale. Then exhale, palms together to heart center. Okay, so now we face to the longer side of the mat. Then big steps to open our legs wide and hands reach out. So now we are pointing the toes to the longer side of the mat. So your feet is parallel like this. Then the hands reach to the side. Then inhale, open. Then on our exhalation, you might catch the elbows or interlace your fingers behind you. You can bend your elbows or straight, however you are comfortable. Inhale, looking upward. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees, bend forward. Then if you are comfortable, lift your knuckles or arms up. Then head down, relax. Tuck your navel towards the spine. You can keep your knees bent or gradually straighten. One more breath. Then bend your knees. Then slowly rising. Pull your hands back. Then spread your hands wide to the side. And now point your right toe to the shorter side of the mat. Then bend your right knee. Then come into warrior two. Come into warrior two. So as you might see the shoulder, you can see the screen. Shoulder over the hip. Let me see. Yeah, very nice. So when you are looking to the right hand, you are not watching the left hand how it looks like, but pull your left fingers away from the right finger and find the length. One more breath. And then inhale, rising. And then switch the toes. Then point your left toe forward. So now left toe goes to the shorter side of the mat and bend your left knee, warrior two. So again, the shoulder keeping over the hips. And even you are looking to the left fingers, Your right hand is going backward. And notice the spread and openness. Then inhale, rising. Stretch your leg. Then bring your feet again, toes pointing to the longer side of the mat. So feet is parallel. Okay. So now bring your palms upward. So hands to the side and palm facing upward. Then bend your elbows and bring it to the center. So your right hand is over the left hand and cross. And if you can kind of catch anyhow, that would be good. Then inhale, lift your elbows upward and find the length, upper back, and the front of the body. Then on our exhalation, slowly lower your elbows. Okay, so now let's spread your hands out. Then we switch. So left hand goes under. Catch the arms together. And then inhale, lift our elbows up. And looking up and find our openness to the front of the body. Grounding our feet. Then on our exhalation, lower and let go your hands. Then bring your hands on your hip. Then let's point your toes to the shorter side of the mat. So your okay, let's first bring your feet a little bit closer. Maybe few. Then we're gonna face to the right toe. So right toe is forward. Does that make sense? So right toe pointing to the shorter side of the mat. Then left toe is actually 45-degree angle. So it's kind of a pointing to the longer side of the mat still. Then catch the elbows behind you or reverse namaste, palms together behind. Then inhale, lengthen the spine. Then on our exhalation, we bend our right knee and bend towards your right knee. So you might just be here, or you might gradually straighten your leg. Then bend your both knee, slowly lower yourself up, lounge your back, and gradually coming up. Then let go your hands, and you can shake it. Then we switch. So face to the longer side of the mat and face to the left toe. So left toe is forward to the shorter side of the mat. The right toe, it's like a 45-degree angle. Then catch the elbows. Or reverse namaste. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then on our exhalation, bend your knees. We bend forward. So you can keep your knees bent, or you can gradually straighten. It doesn't need to be straighten the leg. Just I am keeping my knees bent, especially when if you have a tender lower back or hamstring, you want to probably bend your knees. Last breath. All right, then inhale, rising. Lower ourselves. Then let go our hands and face to the longer side of the mat again. Okay. Now let's switch. Then feet is together. Then feet is parallel to each other. Inhale, hands reach out and up and catch the right wrist with your left hand. Then inhale, lengthening the spine, grounding our feet and legs together. Then gradually right hand goes to the left. Then find the length to the right side of the body. One more breath. All right, inhale, come back. And on our exhalation, drop your elbows and swing our hands side to side. And you can soften your knees. And then inhale, other side, catch the left wrist. Then ground your feet and legs together and stretch up, inhale. Then exhale, hands goes to the right. And then lengthen the left side. Okay, inhale, rising. And then exhale, drop your elbows, swing your hands side to side. Okay, so next one, we're gonna do some balance. So you are welcome to have the wall behind you, or we can do just be here. All right, then on our exhalation, bend your knees, bend forward. Then right hand come under the left arm and cross your arm. So it's the same hand, ego hand. And stretch your leg and rising. Then point your fingers up or elbows up. So almost we are moving our chest and the pelvis forward to arch your back. Then on our exhalation, bend forward and bend your knee like a chair pose. And maybe elbows towards your knees. So a few more times, inhale, rising. And then exhale, bend forward. One more time, inhale, lift our elbows and stretch up, open the front. Then exhale, bend forward. Okay, so you are bending your knees. So if you are using a wall, maybe hips slightly touching to the wall, then pick up your right leg. Then cross over. Then eagle pose. You can rest your toes down to the mat, or you can just cross, or you can rest your right foot over the left knee, or interlace your legs together. Then lift your elbows up. So when you lift your elbows and the forearm upward, find the center line. And then tuck your navel towards the spine and pull your hips back like a chair. And one more breath. Great work. Then exhale, let it go. Drop your feet down, hands reach out and up. And looking up and open our heart, chest forward. Then on our exhalation, we bend forward, bend your knees. Now left hand goes under the right arm, cross our arm. Then catch. Then inhale, lift your elbows and open. So almost like a back bending. And then exhale, bend forward like a chair, elbow towards your knees. And as you know, we're going to do a few more times like this. Inhale, lift our elbow, looking up. Then exhale, bend forward. So we mindfully moving. If you are comfortable, that's good. But if you have some, tenderness to the shoulder and the lower back, you want to be really gentle to yourself and noticing every move. All right. So now when you bend your knees, pull your hips back, then bring your left leg over the right this time. Left leg over the right, crossing. So there are many ways to do. Toes touch over the right side. You can just rest your left foot over the right leg, or cross, or interlace your legs together. And try to see if you can lift your elbows and chest open forward a little bit more. Just looking. Then pull your hips back, tuck your navel in, and rebalance. And gaze, focus one spot, don't look here and there. But a soft face, no tightness. And with joy, last breath. All right, let go. Bring your feet down together and hands reach out and up. So make like a Y shape and looking upward for just one breath here. Then on our exhalation, let's bend forward. Bend your knees. Inhale, halfway left. Then exhale. Okay, so if you are near the wall, you want to come back to the floor, yoga mat, and step back to plank or tabletop or downward facing dog or child pose. And if you like to do the vinyasa plank to chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, you can do that too. Or you can just rest in a downward facing dog or child pose. Okay, so wherever you are, gradually we are bringing our knee down, bend your elbows, and let's come onto the belly. Excellent. Then let go your hands to the side or maybe 45-degree angle and palm facing down. This time we are lifting our chest and legs at the same time. Exhale, fully relax. Then inhale, lift up. Maybe point your toes back and feel the top of your head going forward. Then fingertips back like a flying bird or hovering, what does it call? Glider. And lift up everything. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale, let it go, drop down. Crocodile pose. So bend your elbows and stack over. Then head or forehead resting to the arm. Then your leg rotating, so toes pointing out. So inside of the leg resting on the ground. So hopefully that helps to open the lower back. Just a crocodile pose, resting and catching the breath and noticing how your body feels. Okay. Then slowly release from this pose. Now point your toes back and maybe legs are closer or hips apart. Sphinx pose. Plant your forearm down to the mat. So your index finger or middle fingers are pointing straight forward. Then lift our chest forward. So if your lower back is not so comfortable, you want to widen your legs. Then planting our legs down and chest or sternum forward. One more breath, inhale. And then exhale. Interlace your fingers. Then gradually using your knees to lift your hips up. Then maybe come into forearm plank. But if that's too much, you can just keeping your knees down. And actually, forearm plank is a great one to do for strengthening. All right, tuck your navel towards the spine, press your forearm down, and let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. Bring your knee down to the mat and belly down. So it's kind of a sphinx pose. Okay, listen carefully. Right hand goes under your left arm. So right palm is facing upward. Then roll the right shoulder down. Then roll onto your right side. Then left hand is going to the right and with twist. So you can be just here. Or you can also lift our chest so your back is almost touching and resting. And you can also catch the left leg with your right hand. So your left leg is over to still left side. So we twist and release the lower back. Hopefully that makes sense and be there. Okay. Then we slowly reverse the movement and we come onto our belly. Okay, one more time. We're gonna interlace our fingers. Then we come up to forearm plank, or actually, so planting your forearm and walking our knees forward, and then lift your hips. It's a dolphin, like a downward facing dog. Hips high, head down. It's opening our shoulders. Then slowly walking our feet back to the forearm plank. Then we hold here for 5, 4. You can bring your knee down anytime. 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your belly to the mat. Then fingers forward like a sphinx pose and opening our front of the body. Point your toes back and chest forward, and maybe forehead moving forward or top of your head go upward. Okay. So now left hand is going to move. Listen carefully. Left hand go under your right arm, palm, left palm facing upward. Then left shoulder down. Then roll onto the left side of the body. Then right hand goes move to the back and open and twist. So your right leg is still resting to the front of your body. You can either catch the knees or catch the this is the right heel out the edge of the foot, and then we make it a twist. Purpose here to release the lower back or side of the body. Okay, and then gradually we are coming back on your belly. Okay, so from here we come up, but there's a many way to do. You can plant your palms down, or you can interlace your fingers, forearm down and the knee down, and walk your knees forward, or you can come to downward facing dog or dolphin. From dolphin, plant your palms one, then other to come up to downward facing dog. Then walk our feet forward. Then we sit down. Okay, so sit down and bring your feet together. Then open our knees wide. So it's about the konasana, and like a butterfly that we move our knees up and down. And if you like, you can roll side to side to kind of noticing the sits bone, resting and up and resting and up. And relax the hip joint. So purpose is to relax the hip joint. All right. Then right leg goes to the side. Keep your left knee in, left heel in. Then externally rotate your leg and opening the inside of the leg. Then inhale, hands reach to the sky. So you can use the belt or without the belt. Then chest to the left knee. Then right hand, right leg. Then left hand goes towards your right side. So you can use the belt, then support. So this is a side stretch. So you are feeling the left side opens as if your left knee is go away from your left finger. So we are creating a space in between. And you can be here, or if you like, you can do the bind. So you can use the belt and catch the belt behind you. And then lower your left shoulder back and down. So if you are doing a bind, your left palm is facing back. Then move your left shoulder away. And you can also move the chin angle to see how you feel your neck, the shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Then slowly we release. So if you are using a belt, it's easy to bring your right foot in. Then we switch the belt to the left foot, use the belt, and left leg goes out. Okay. Then inhale, hands reach up, lengthening first, then chest move to the right knee side. So left side of the body, torso, come over the left leg. You can be here, or you can do bind, whichever you enjoy. So side stretch, lengthening the side, and also opening the hip joint. And if you are doing a bind, opening the side of the neck, right side of the neck. Opening the right side of the shoulder. Last breath. And slowly back to center. Use the belt again to bring your left leg in. So now we're gonna do hammock pose. So you want to have a big group, the belt like this. And then start from the right foot, then your head to connect. And lie down. Then shoulder away from the ear and lengthen the neck. And make yourself comfortable. So this is a great way to stretch the back line of the body, including the neck. Back of the neck to open and shoulder to stretch. Bottom the right foot to open. Achilles tendon, calf, and hamstring. And a good thing is that our body is nicely rested. So your lower back is resting, back resting. Stay here for one more breath. And from here, we slowly release our head and head rest on the ground. Make sure your shoulder is equally touching to the ground. The right leg goes out and open. So we stretch the inside of the leg. Okay. Then back to center and switch the hand. The left hand hold the belt. Then right leg goes to the left side. So now we are stretching the outer hip, lower back. And if you spread your right hand to the side, you can open the arm inside of the right arm, the chest. Then gradually back to center. And let's switch the leg left side, left foot and head for hammock pose. And rest yourself into this pose. And let your body relax. And feel the gravity sinking. But the belt helps to hold you up and hanging to find a stretch to the left side of the leg. And slowly let go your head. Hold the belt with your left hand. And again, paying attention to the spine, the cervical spine resting nicely. Then open your leg wide to the side, left side. And find the openness to the inner leg, not only the left leg, but to the right leg as well. And then slowly back to center with twist. So left leg goes to the right side and open the outer hip. Now whenever you are ready, come back to center. Shavasana, last pose for this practice. Lie down. Make yourself comfortable. Don't get cold. And rest our body here and now. And relax into this moment. Breathe each moment to be present. And welcome the breath and let go of the breath. And I like to share from the Pima Chodram, fundamental richness. Fundamental richness is available in each moment. The key is to relax. Relax to a cloud in the sky. Relax to the sound of the telephone ringing. Relax to a tiny bird with gray wings. We can see the simplicity in the things as they are. We can smell things, taste of things, feel emotions, and have memories. When we are able to be there without saying, I certainly agree with this, or I definitely don't agree with that, but just be here, very directly, then we find fundamental richness everywhere. It is not ours or theirs, but it's available always to everyone. In raindrops, in blood drops, in heartache and delight. This wealth is the nature of everything. It is like the sun in that it shines on everyone without discrimination. Gently bring in awareness to the fingers and toes, inviting a small movements, and gradually moving the arms and legs, and noticing the breath, and noticing your body is here. And let's stretch from toes to fingertips together. Big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to yourself. Thanks to your body, mind, and heart, whatever we have today. And roll onto one side and gradually come up to a comfortable seat. And eyes closed. Take a big inhale together, hands reach up to the sky. And then exhale, bring our palms together to heart center, Anjali Mudra, gesture of gratitude. And gratitude to this moment and space we are able to practice yoga together. And let us continue our life with gratitude. Thank you very much for letting me guide us through your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. joining for this 2 months and this year. Oh, you too, Holly. Thank you. Bye-bye, Holly. Have a wonderful vacation and holidays.
You too.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Yeah, happy holiday, Gabriela, Cindy, and Rachel.
Great
And
exercise today. Thank you.
oh, good. Thank you. And I'll see you in February. So I will send you some info later on. But I hope you have a wonderful this January too.
All right. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, everything together.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.